Hey, I'm Kev here, Mr. Kermit, with some more coverage from Season 4 of Formula Xbox. And Tier 1 visited the former place of the Korean Grand Prix, the Korea International Circuit near Mokpo for round 16 of the season, as you asked him on pole ahead of Mr. Jokers. We're teammate up there again in third place, Hamilton fan ahead of Jaydang, and Damak doing well in the Caterham as well, as we are last, as we did not qualify once. Again, a bit of a theme this season out. I do promise you it happens a bit more in Season 5 as we get away from the grid, as we got Stop Matt alongside us in the Ferrari, and he's got his teammate Pro Racing ahead of him, as there's a bit of touching going into the first corner, but it looks like everyone's made it through for once as we go around the outside of Stop Matt, who's a bit held up there. Same with Hickey in front of us in the Lotus as we go down this long back straight. As I said, the former home the Korean Grand Prix, and it won't be missed at all. I think I didn't like the circuit at all, really, and sadly, the plans where it's going to be this urban centre, where this racing would happen, of course it fell through. And as you can see, my 10th place position also fell through as Stop Matt made his way by, as we were a bit cautious into turn 2 or turn 3, and now we're heading towards turn 4. As you can see, someone's going a bit wide. I think that's Sam in the Mauritius, as we're getting all up in the back of the Ferrari there in our Force India, and it's getting a bit crowded in front of us going through the tight left hand. And it looks like my teammate's been crowded out, as well as it looks like Sam has been bolted. It looks like Hickey, and they're going 3 wide. We've got Williams, we've got the Ferrari of Stop Matt, and we've got my teammate as well, but they somehow survive going through there. As now we've got Sam trying to make his way back past us, going to leave room on the inside here, but we just outbraked ourselves into the fast left hand and now into the tight right hand as Sam is back past us through this very tricky middle sector, very stop-start, and he's got a bit of flow going here through this left and right turns, which we've seen at almost every Tilke circuit. But as you can see, we're going through the dust in last place. As you go on to the second lap now, and there's still some hard fighting in front of us, as in it's like Stop Matt is locked up in the Ferrari going around my teammate. He's getting mugged in these first couple of laps. So remember when I said he started third? Well, now we've got the Force Injuries in 10th and 11th right at the back. We're doing the Force India name proud here, as it looks like he's not taking that 10th place. My teammate is taking it down the inside of Sam into turn 3, and looks like he's got past him as he cheekily goes over the curb there, jumps a bit, and it looks like he's back up into 9th place. As going onto that 4 now, and we've still got those 3 fighting in front, my teammate and Sam and Stop Matt as well. We are gathering here at the 4 at the back, and we see there's not that much field spread in front on the mini map, as they're getting very feisty in front now. As we're getting into this stint, we're near the end of the stint now. A couple of guys may pit early on here, try and get the undercut going on, as it's one of those circuits where the undercut can really pay off for you, and it looks like someone is going in. It's Stop Matt in the Ferrari, no surprise there, as he's been battling hard in those opening laps, and it looks like Legion has pitted as well, who does his traditional undercut in the Williams, and we are up to 9th place. We're no longer in last, thank God. I know it's because of the pit stops, but as you can see, my teammate and Sam, he's defending hard from Sam there. He's got the DRS, and maybe looking round the outside here into the tight right hander he is, but it's like my teammate's outbraked, and that's just forced Sam into the runoff area, into the no-go zone, and now we're up to 8th place. And now we're looking at run out. My teammate, who got a very slow getaway from that corner, as you saw, outbraked himself. We're looking down his inside, but we're not brave on the brakes. We braked a bit too early and not enough, and we went a bit wide. He braked a bit too late and a bit hard, and he locked up as he's getting the back end out in front of us. But it looks like we're not going to make a move, as we're running line astern in 7th and 8th position, and this is the time where we've got to put down the fast laps. So unfortunately, Hickey in the Lotus has disconnected. Shame to see that, and hopefully that doesn't happen a lot in F1 2014, as we're going through the last corner, getting a bit back in, getting a bit slidey, as we're going to do the opposite of our teammate. He's pitting, so we are going to stay out for an extra lap and get the hammer down, get into that rich mode, son, and get going as we get ahead of Mr. Jokers, who got Term ahead of us, who was leading the race. That is the fight for the win with Term and Mr. Jokers, and we're in the middle of it, as we've got James Lang leading in the Williams. He's doing his usual bit of going a bit long on the first stint, as well as we go on to the end of lap 6, onto the halfway mark on lap 7, and we are pitting, as that's how you're meant to take the pit entry. I'm glad we're not going around there for that pit entry, as it was meant to be cut like that, as we are already dropping down to 4th place, as we kind of retained 3rd there. We lost a couple of seconds to our and Mr. Jokers, but that's usual, because of course they're much faster than I am, and it looks like the Williams as pitted as well. As we leave the pits in 9th place, rejoining just ahead of Sam. What a pit exit that is. That is 10 out of 10. As we have got my teammate and Dan Mack in the Caterham. He's dropping back a bit, fighting in front, and it's like Mr. Dan Mack is taking his own route there. He's taking the other part of the circuit, not this. These tight left and right and left-hand turns. He's going down the faster bit. He's rejoined in front of us and he's just run off the road. He's cutting the grass. I'm sure he's going to get paid for that. As we get up to 8th place ahead of Dan, and now he's going to fight with Sam. We're going to try and get in the back of our teammate. He's trying to catch up to 6th, 5th, 4th. We can see that on our mini-map in front of us. Oh, look at that. He's getting almost the line astern, but he's getting a bit tighter in front as we're trying to push hard here. Look at that, outbraking ourselves into the first turn, trying to get our pedal to the metal, and it looks like the Caterham has got back past us, as we might have the DRS actually, luckily, because I think we went wide before the DRS line in the middle of that first 2 turns, and it looks like we do have it, and we're going around the outside of the Caterham. Don't mind if I take you around the outside. He gives us a little nudge, but we're up into 8th place once again. 8th place is ours, as Sam gets past Damak as well after, I guess he just lost, some traction there by hitting the side of us as you go into the left hand. So easy to outbrake yourself, a bit like Sam in our ring mirrors. But it looks like we managed to stay ahead of the Marussia, and as you can see, it's getting a bit tight in front as we are gaining on 6th, on 5th, on 4th, as they're battling hard. The top 3 have already checked out, it seems, onto that 10, and it's getting even tighter. Look at that, my teammate is caught up to the guys in front, and I believe this was a Ferrari battle that went awry as Pro Racing destroyed the old advertising after getting hit by his teammate, I believe, or he hit his teammate. I forget, but it was a Ferrari battle that went a bit wrong, unfortunately, and so Pro Racing is behind us. On to the next lap. He's still behind us as we try to battle hard to keep him behind on this lap. We don't want to lose this position despite us looking up into that right hand. He's going a nook round our outside, but into the left, into the right. You have to be brave to stick around the outside and go for the inside for this turn. It looks like he's not going to do that as he is nicking left, he's nicking right, he's nicking all over to make a move here, but we're just keeping to our racing line, and it looks like he couldn't really make a move on us as we go a bit wide into the left hand and a bit of a corner cut. But we're losing time to our teammate, to Stop Matt as well, who we were on the pace with before this, and so it looks like Pro Racing has got a bit frustrated and has gone to the pits as we got some now clean air. We're going to be pushing hard to catch up to my teammate. We've already gained a second in 1 lap, and now we've outbraked ourselves into the first turn. That could cost us dearly in the battle for a top 5 in the end, maybe, as it looks like onto the last lap. Yeah, look at them, they're still fighting hard. It is still Slot Matt and my teammate in front, but it looks like we're gaining loads on my teammate. He's going all over the place. Oh, if only we had 1 more lap, I think we would have had some nice battling. But in the end, it looks like that lockup did perhaps cost us a little go at my teammate at the end of this race. But it looks like Stopmat's holding on to the top 5 when in a race where I didn't expect to do anything at all at a track I really did not like. And in the end, I was battling for a top 5, so not bad for us. And the Force Injures as well in 6th and 7th behind Stopmat, but well on tires to him. Mr. Jokers, James Lang and Legion. Look at that, Williams in 3rd and 4th. Then Stop Matt, me, and Hamilton Fan and Dan Mack and Sam. They were battling hard behind him. It's like Dan Mack won that battle as Pro Racing end up in 10th. But I hope you enjoyed this race. I'll be back for round 17. So out for watching, and I'll see you next time.